Hey guys, Dr. Ram here. So I'm a complete amateur. I just recorded the video and I did it sideways. Thank you for all the people who commented. But I was going to talk to you guys about a Twitter war that's going on between Jillian Michaels and Al Roker over the ketogenic diet. But instead, I want to talk to you about a meditation seminar that I went to. Is dubbed The Secrets of Meditation by an organization called Art of Living. And they talked about one of the programs called the Happiness Program. And it was just a 1-hour introduction to that program. But specifically what I wanted to share with you is some interesting research that came out of the practice that they had. So they measured 4 different factors: well-being, deep sleep, stress, and depression. Again, well-being, deep sleep, stress, and depression. What's interesting is that there was over 60 independent studies done. Independent meaning it wasn't done by the organization, so it takes out that bias factor. 60 independent studies done on over 4 different continents on these 4 factors. The practice that they teach is a combination of breathing, of yoga, and of meditation. And they dubbed it Sudarshan Kriya. So Sudarshan Kriya is a combination of those 3 things. And they studied what benefits it has on the body. So the first thing that they studied is well-being, and they measured well-being by the levels of prolactin in the body. So prolactin was given its name by its effects on helping a female lactate after pregnancy. And prolactin actually, since it's been studied, it's been found to have a function on over 300 different functions in the body, an effect on over 300 various metabolic functions in the body. And its functions can be narrowed down to reproductive organs, to metabolic functions, to regulation of fluids, and to the regulation of the immune system. And perhaps most importantly, it has a significant effect on behavioral functions. And behavioral functions, it's actually been called the well-being hormone. So this well-being hormone was found to increase by levels of 50% for practitioners of Sudarshan Kriya. The next factor was deep sleep. Deep sleep, as a lot of you already know, is the most restorative and rejuvenating sleep stage. It enables muscle growth and repair. And when you're in deep sleep, your blood pressure regulates, your blood pressure drops, and your heart and your breathing rates normalize, and your muscles completely relax. And it makes it really difficult for us to awaken because of these things. Deep sleep increased by 218% by practitioners of this type of yoga. Also, stress was the third thing that was studied. Stress was measured by the levels of cortisol in our bloodstream. Psychology Today named cortisol as public health enemy number 1 because the level of stress that we're putting our bodies underneath in modern society. Stress levels affect almost every system of our body. It interferes with our learning and our memory. It lowers our immune function in our body and lowers our bone density. It facilitates weight gain. It increases our blood pressure, increases our cholesterol, and increases our heart disease. The list goes on and on and on. And practitioners of Sudarshan Kriya had a reduced cortisol level of 56%. 56%. The last thing that was measured, the 4th thing, was depression. And depression is a huge diagnosis that we have today. 300 million people worldwide suffer from depression. It's now become the number 1 cause of disability worldwide. And practitioners of Sudarshan Kriya actually experience a remission rate of their depression within 1 month of 70%. So 70% of those who are clinically depressed went into remission after just 1 month. And those symptoms, they remained asymptomatic and stable within 3 to 4 months of practicing Sudarshan Kriya. And what's interesting about that is that when studied clinically against a placebo, the benefits of a placebo tend to decrease after about 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. But these patients remained asymptomatic and stable after 4 months, which differentiates it from the placebo. And the other interesting thing about it is that these results were independent of the level of severity. So effectiveness of various depression medications and interventions tend to be different when we're talking about different levels of severity of depression. But Sudarshan Kriya was effective despite or independent of the levels of severity of depression. So really interesting stuff. It was a 1-hour introduction. They just briefly introduced us to some of the breathing practices and the yoga and meditation practices. I'm definitely going to check out their weekend-long seminar, which they'll give us a deep dive into those practices. And I'm looking forward to checking back in with you guys and letting you guys know how the effects of those therapies on me personally. So, all right, that's it for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.